Howdy, Possum Patty and the Soggy Bonnet Bunch here. Oh, and flowers and rocks and piles of journals as usual. Well, today is a very important day. Yes, very important because I need to paint squirrels. I need to paint squirrels for Nads' page and the Treehouse Journal. On the live on Fridays at noon, the possum peeps all hang out together. And I am making a page for every possum peep who wants to be in the journal. No pressure, no pressure. And they are sending me photos. And the last one I did was Lala. And here's her photo in the craft room. Yeah, she's in the craft room in the tree house. There's pictures of journals behind her and all kinds of journaling supplies around her, yes. And I've got the pumpkin room, the plains room, complete with buffaloes, and the garden room, and the elephant room, and the butterfly room, and the conservatory, and Mary Kay out front working in the garden. I'm sorry, that's as far as I got. So many more possum peeps to put in there, yes. So many more peeps to get a page in the journal. And this journal is a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, right? So all the peeps are going to fit in here. Yes, they are. Every single peep who wants to be in the treehouse, the Possum Club treehouse, yes, can be in there. No, I haven't worked on the cover. You know, it's been busy. Okay, so my mission today is to make some hedgehogs, and some squirrels, and get ready for the big live tomorrow at noon. So I just went out and got my water, I've got my paints, I've got my brush, and I'm going to start with the squirrels, I think. I'm going to paint them and let them dry a little bit, and maybe cut them out, and then grab some hedgehogs to make. And then if I have time, I might not. We'll see. It's already getting late. I know. You know, it's that time of year. It's still light outside, and you just keep doing things and doing things inside, outside. And then it's time to relax, and you don't realize the day is going by and how late it is. Yes, I did want to make a peacock, but we'll see. We'll see about that. And then I have to go back and do journaling, and everybody needs a rock. But like I said, tomorrow's the live. I'm doing Nads' room. I got to paint her squirrels. So come on along. I usually do a little something while I'm checking the intro, like I told you yesterday. Remember how I said, you know, sometimes the video doesn't come out, so I like to check the intro before I proceed. So I'm stamping peacock feathers, right? The strange thing is, you know, I said that in yesterday's video, and I did check the intro. I did not check the other parts of the video. I didn't check the other parts of the video. And when I put it from my phone onto my computer, one section of the video was not working. No, it wasn't. This is the first time I'm stamping this, so I'm trying to break it in a little bit here, yeah. Usually I ink it up and stamp it and ink it up and stamp it a few times. And I had the darndest time trying to make that middle section of the video watchable. The first one was better. It was just the strangest thing. The video, I had it on record. The first few minutes came out fine. And then the recording sped up and slowed down and was in slow motion. And then it was okay. And then it sped up. And, you know, the picture was going too fast. It was going too slow. The voices were all off. It was totally bizarre. I mean, it's just camera sitting on the stand, right? The camera sitting on the stand, and all by itself. It must have been magical. It was very magical, yes. It was like a troll or somebody was controlling controlling my phone, yes. And speeding it up and slowing it down. So the sound may be a bit wobbly in the middle of yesterday's video. Because of that, I'm coming out light. Maybe I'm running out of ink. I do like these archive pads though, because then you can paint on top of it. I am not known for my stamping skills. No, I am not known for my stamping skills. I know, I said I was going to start painting the squirrels, and here I am stamping. But like I said, I was just trying this out while listening to the intro. They get better as you go along. When they're brand new, yeah, when they're brand new, I don't know. It's like you have to condition them or something, I think. Or maybe that's just me. All right, let me just do a couple more. Let me just do a couple more, and we'll get right to the squirrels. Ooh, getting darker now. All right, let me make a little one. Let me make a little one. Put this back on there. Okay, I'm going to let the peacock's feathers dry. I'm just going to put them over there. Might come back to this after. Should let the ink dry a little bit before you paint on top. There's my squirrels. There's my squirrels. Okay, there's my squirrels. There's my paints. My water. I've got a towel. I've got water. That should be enough. Oh, where's my spray? I juice these up a little bit. And I'm going to be painting on cardstock, which is not that easy to do. But we're going to make it work. I was thinking about using markers or colored pencils. I could use colored pencils. Well, let's do one and see how it comes out. Just can't be too wet. I could always stamp more squirrels. See, it's kind of soaking in. And I don't really like that. I like paper with a little bit of sizing on it so that you can move the color around with the water. And when you've got cardstock, this soaks in really quickly. Oh, let's give him some pink cheeks. And I'll probably take my glaze pen and go over his eyes. Make his eyes shiny. Oh, what color boots? Oh, so we have 3. So each one is going to have a different color pair of boots. This one is going to have, let's see, kind of like a carmine red there. maybe orange boots. And we don't worry about staying in the lines. Oh, let's put some pink in his ear. Well, let me tell you about the wildlife camera, the possum cam. Gonna tell you about the possum cam. Well, I had it set up to take some videos of the hummingbird on the honeysuckle over there, and I got a few nice shots, not too many, so I was going to leave it out there. And then I got up in the morning and I checked the camera for videos, and everything was like in a fog. Everything was in a fog, and yeah. Well, we had about 10 inches of rain this month, and I guess some moisture got in, and there was condensation on the lens, and it was fogging up all my videos. And I was worried I ruined my camera, but I brought it in for a couple of days, let it dry out. Well, I thought it was dried out. I put it back outside, but it fogged up again. So I brought it back in again. And for a couple of days, and I took it back outside again. And I put out some treats for the squirrel. And I got some videos, and they look pretty clear. I think we'll be okay. But if we get thunderstorms on Saturday, I might bring it back in again, because I'm not sure how the moisture was getting into the camera. Yes, not too sure about that. But then these little squirrels came around. Oh, we have the fattest squirrel. I told Mr. Possum, I said, I don't think anybody else has a squirrel that's as fat as that one. He's very bossy, and he has to be the first one into the treat bowl, and he hardly lets anybody else come around. I thought maybe the woodpecker would come, or the blue jay. But as you saw in yesterday's video, the blue jays scatter when the squirrel comes. He's the boss. Yes, he's the boss man. See how that goes through? It'll take a while for that to dry. I do have my gun. My heat tool. I do have my heat tool. I think I might make them like slightly different colors. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a brown and gray one. This one's like a tan and almost a reddish brown one. Black and gray. Oh, then maybe a red one. So I have a brown one, a gray one, and a red one. Start with the pink cheeks. Making a spot for the gray there. When I was at the flea market the other day, I bought a couple of tomato plants. Yeah. I wanted to put them on the deck. Now I had some seeds, but I didn't plant them ahead of time. And I didn't want to buy tomato plants because, they're so expensive. But a lady at the flea market had them 6-pack for $2. 6-pack for $2. I said, ooh, that's a good price. Yes. 6 tomato plants already started for $2. That's hardly worth starting them yourself. Yeah, that's hardly worth doing it yourself, right? And there's the mourning dove. I didn't mean to put black on his cheek. That probably sunk in already, though. Stay away from the pink with the black. See, I could be working on all of them at the same time so I don't have to keep saturating the same spot. That might work. This one's going to have pink boots. I think I'm going to go back and put a little bit more orange on that guy's boots. Watercolors tend to lighten up when they dry, but you can always go back and add a little more color. I almost want to put a little orange on his belly. A little orange right there. And a little orange right there. I'm going to put some more black on that guy in a minute. I'll come back. Meanwhile, red, burnt sienna. See how that color just soaks in? If you're using paper that's been sized, to be able to move that around a little bit more. Put some water down, see if that helps. But you can't use too much water. See, with watercolor, you can put color in one spot and then move it around with your brush. But if you're using cardstock, it just sinks right in. So I put a couple of tomato plants in a giant pot on the deck. Keep them away from the critters. And I only wanted a couple, but for a couple dollars, I got 6. So I stuck some out in another pot out in the yard. And then I put a couple in the ground. And the ones in the pot are actually growing the best. Maybe because it's got that Miracle Grow soil. Oh, what goes with red? Oh, green. Yes, green. Bright green boots. Complementary colors. I can do the little acorns. They might be this color too. Burnt sienna, maybe a combination of brown and burnt sienna. Get my little pink belly. Okay, I'm going to make the black squirrel a little darker. I don't like one flat, smooth color. No, I kind of like it blotchy, blotchy, spotty, varying in light and dark. I like some really dark areas. I like some light areas. I think I'll make the acorns. Ooh. See where that little cross hatching is? I think I'm going to put a little bit of a light color there, right there. That's pretty opaque. That's an opaque color. Should have watered it down more. And then I'm going to add a little darker brown. This brown's a little on the red side too. Or maybe it's like an Indian red. And let's see. I'm going to make the bottom even redder. So I like to put color on one side and then pull the color across, but that's hard to do. Not too bad. Put some color and let water do its work. Pull it across. That one, not so much. Oh, I should be going the other way. I should be going the other way because the light side's over here. Oh well. You can't pick the color up off the cardstock. That doesn't work. All right, light side's over there. Go this way. I think I want to put a little gray line under the cap, like a little shadow. Okay, get my heat tool. I haven't used my glaze pen in a few days. Sometimes it's good to get it going, get it nice and juicy. And maybe the nose. Make the nose nice and shiny. And the eye. I feel like I want to go over the black lines too. I don't know. Don't want to make them shiny though. I want the nose and eye to stand out a little bit. Maybe I'll put a white dot on the eye when this dries. You can't put your hand on the glaze pen until it dries. What I like about this stamp, it has kind of a sketchy line. Although I don't know if I can do that with the Sharpie. Aw. Scissors. Should I use my Mary Beth? Oh. It's got a little white spot in the middle. Did I do that with a knife? Did I do that with the scissors? Sometimes, like I poke a hole and cut around. But if that's too hard to do, then I'll just cut like this. Because it's going to get glued down. So instead of getting out the knife to do that little space there, I'll just do that because it's going to get glued down. You'll never know. You never know I did that. No. Oh, this isn't even the good cardstock. No. This is not the Lavinia. I think this is just the regular Walmart stuff that I use in the printer. I bet you get a better... Watercolors would probably work better on the Lavinia because that's got a nice Bristol-like finish on it. I'm going to put the squirrels in the skunk bag. So I don't lose them before tomorrow. There you go, little guy. Okay, I am going to magically cut all these things out. Alrighty, well, that just took me forever. Forever, but that's okay. For me, it's not about the destination. It's all about the journaling journey. Yes. So here are the 3 friend squirrels for Nads. And I'm going to pop the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't lose them, they're small. 5 little acorns in there. 3 squirrels, because 3 is the magical number. And 5 acorns, because 5 is my number of the year. I'm not sure I'm going to use this picture, but it's a wonderful backyard retreat. Lots of trees in the background. And then I've got my squirrel buddies here. And Nads' picture. Nads, where'd I put your picture? I'm just getting ready for tomorrow. Thanks for keeping me company. Yes. Were you doing some journaling or some crafting? I put the possum peeps in the possum bag. Okay, Nads, I've got your picture. I've got your squirrels. I got your background. I have to go over there and get my ransom letters. I'm looking for a paper clip. Oh, here's my hedgehog. Here's the hedgehogs. I was wondering where they were. I didn't get them painted yet, no, but they're right there. I just want to clip these things together. All right, so everything's clipped together, secure, in the treehouse, ready for tomorrow. I hope I see you there. Thanks for coming along today, and happy junk journaling. Oh, don't forget, stay trashy.